very respected Professor Singh. I call him a Mahaguru. We are Guru, he is Mahaguru. Sri KP Singh ji, our very beloved, my mentor, my teacher and my friend, Mr. Prof, Director of this institute, Dr. Singh, Principal of UP College, Mr. Singh, Mr. K.S. Jaswal, my colleague, other dignitaries of the dais, media fellows and my friends. It will be a great honor to be sitting and sharing the dais with such a doyen of their subjects, not only the respective subject, but they are the protector and promoter of Indian civilization and culture. You have seen the pain of Professor Singh in his speech. And I think we all carry his feelings and try to improve in day-to-day our life how best we can serve the society rather than ourselves. He is the man of great devotion and dedication, which you have seen in such age. And our Guru Shishya Parampara always gives this opportunity to learn through the communications rather than reading the many books and chapters. But it is sad that we have lost their glory. We have forgotten our past in many ways, where our culture tried to teach us in the past, but we have adopted a culture which destroys our past. Most of the institutions in India, including, as Dr. Singh mentioned about this IIT and IIM, they are also suffering with the same type of disease what others are suffering, only the magnitude is in different ways. Somebody suffering from fever is also not healthy. If others are suffering from a serious disease, they are also not well. So, if a country is not healthy and your one part is getting stronger and other part is getting weaker, that will be not a sustainable society, and I can say it is a defective society. So if our IM and IIT can grow only and others cannot support, that kind of system doesn't survive for a longer period of time. The one way we are talking about the job creation, the other part also we have seen that we are not getting the good people. So where is the fault line? That the seats are vacant, we are producing more and more PhD and these good scholars, and the other way we are talking that we are getting not a good people or competent people. So we have to diagnose and see where is the fault line. Why we are not able to mentor the students who can serve the society, who can face the challenge of the society and come to the education system with not by fashion but by passion. They should have the passion. If anybody is coming by fashion, it will be survive for a shorter period of time. But if you have the passion, then it will be long lasting. I can just give you the example of the passion. You have seen the one picture which came in the name of Mr. Maji. All of you have seen probably one picture. Just look at the passion of that old man. He has broken the stone, made the path. This is the Indian culture, that we can take up the challenge, make our own road, and then survive. So this kind of many challenges we have seen in the past. Technical education, of course, it is going with a greater crisis because we have opened the institution without maintaining this norm, without getting the quality teachers. So less number of institutions, but this better quality can be a better quality in terms of the management than this anybody. There is one story in management that in one company it's going on loss, and they have called a big consultant, McKinsey, that you can find out why I am going to loss in spite of my good effort. And then they have identified that there are 6 people for whom you can just tell them they stay in their home, pay them the salary, but don't allow them to come to the institution. And by this a small effort, that company goes to this minus to the plus, and this productivity has been increasing. So this story gives us a lesson that introspection is required. Where we are weak, we will try to strengthen that things, and then we can. Teaching methodology is again going to be very defective these days. And as we advance more technology, we are losing our memory. Because whatever the good, you have this car of 1 crore rupees, but if you can put it in the garage and don't try to make this engine to grill, that will be very difficult to get the things. We are so much dependent on the Google. We are so much dependent on the PPT. It is hard to tell any teacher these days, without PPT can you teach 1 hour? It is very difficult for the new generation. I am sorry to say, because we are the person who can transformation phase. We have seen this board system, writing system to the PPT system. PPT is good to save the time. One should not follow the PPT, but PPT should really follow the person. So that kind of the teaching is required. Second thing, we are more in the theory system. As Professor Singh has told that we are not giving opportunity to a student that he should be hungry. We are feeding them so much that he doesn't feel hungry. And that is the system required, that people should feel hungry. Students should go out with the hungry, not with the heavy head. Because if in 1 hour, 60 minutes time, if I can show the 90 PPT, I am not a fair person. I am not doing justice with the student. So, we have to evolve a teaching system which can provide a very simple, scientific and systematic way of teaching. It should be more problem oriented than the giving the theoretical knowledge. If many of you have visited the ISC Bangalore, their campus is in the road 2 sides. When the bridge, they are going to make an underpass, the director that time told, why to go to any consultant? We have a good civil engineering department. Let's give to some MTech student to design, verified by the professors, and that is his MTech project. And they have made it, and still it is working. The problem of, you can say, the crossing the road has been gone down, accident rate has been reduced, it is safe. Earlier only the bicycles and walking is possible, now by car going to this campus to that campus. So why not to give a problem oriented project, even in technology or management, which can serve the local society? Yeah. Just I will give one example. Once I have gone to this from Banaras to Bombay, and my director was addressing that we have to do this, that. Because of this background of Banaras, I have courage to tell him something. And I told him, sir, what you are doing for the local people who are deprived of water. We are good in the rocket science, but by rocket, human civilization will not survive. There are the population, they don't have the water. They don't have the money also. So then we have created a small group and identify a village and created a chat them, and we told that, okay, everybody of this village should be participate, one person, it is a contribution. But a second person from the family should be paid. And by that way, we have made this dam successful. Now they are getting the water in the whole year. And you know, by that way, once we have visited after 6 months, the whole village has been changed so drastically, which you cannot imagine. We have seen in 6 months, 7 bikes on their doors. What happened? They have started cultivating vegetables. They are selling to the market. People believe them, they are the person who are not going to contaminate because they are people from the very pure heart. And slowly the things have been changed. So, if we can do like this, small things for the local, then I think that will be, a better project for me than the creating an airport or creating any kind of the big dam. So that is the satisfaction what we are getting out of doing the things. Many a times I said my colleagues and my friends that once you go in the evening, just sit for 2 minutes silently and try to review the whole day what you have done. If I am teacher, if my heart says that yes, today I have justified my salary, I think it is more than satisfaction than any award and any kind of this recognition. So we should do something which can give you the self-satisfaction in terms of doing the job. In the many areas, there is a lot of job. You will be surprised that Swami Vivekananda Hospital has requested, I met this Swamiji, he is a MBBS doctor. He came one day and we have a discussion. I told some human value index I wanted to, you can calculate for my campus and give me some strategy. He told, okay, we'll give some lecture and then the problem. Then finally he asked, can you provide me 15 MSW students for the job in my hospital? Look at this job scenario. It is a Seva Sansthan. But they need trained people. They need committed people. They need devoted people who can work for them. So there is an opportunity even in the Eastern UP to do a lot of things. We can create a lot of jobs even in the Varanasi itself or in the surrounding area. It is a great opportunity. You see this Khurja is growing faster with the pottery and our Chunar is going down with this pottery with the same kind of the skill, same type of raw material is available, but we are losing. So there is a lot of things we can do with the nearby with this creating a small training, a skill people, we are talking a skill development in terms of this technology. But can we train these people? Can we market it? Can we go from the production and then go to the market? Such kind of thinking is required to get the development which can be sustainable. In the many places you have seen that people have now started marketing of a small things. Very, very small things can be marketed. We have finished the job of making pattals in this area. Now the big industries are doing the same thing and we are very proud once we are purchasing that. How so much I am concerned about the environment. I am not taking the plastic one, I am taking this But look at this early age. It was a fresh sleeve by which they are creating the things which is a much better as compared to the dry one. It gives a different kind of the feeling. Yeah, this is a more employment, and really this provide more employment. Those are needy, because this industry, it is a small job, but it is a survival of a simple family by this one. Government has created in Mizoram, Bamboo Institute. In our area also we have many places you can get in the villages. Everybody have a little bit land, he has some bamboo growing, 5, 10, 20. Can we create something like that? Why to go to the plastic chairs? Why not the bamboo chairs? Whole, you can see the growth.